Welcome. I'm going to quickly just walk through account registration and how to use KinSwitch in a really brief demo right now. First, you're going to want to navigate to kinswitch.app/register. And then you're going to just want to enter your email. So I'm going to do hello@kinswitch.app. And then you want to create a strong password. I suggest using a password manager. I use 1Password. So I'm going to go ahead and just use the suggested password. And you really do not want to lose this password. This password is how you decrypt your master key, which we end up wrapping and kind of like, so we encrypt your master key and we store that on our database. So that key is worthless to me, anyone on my side of the app, so we can't access your encrypted files. But your password will decrypt that key and allow you to encrypt your files and decrypt your files. So you cannot lose this password. So you put it somewhere wise. And I'm going to just update an existing username here, hello@KinSwitch, but that's just saving it to 1Password. And then I also suggest adding your phone number so you don't just rely on email notifications telling you that a dead man switch needs to be checked in on. This will come to your phone then, so it won't get lost in spam or just not checked, right? And then I'm not going to do it right now, but I would do it if I were you. And then you're going to want to check this box and agree to our terms of service, privacy policy, and acceptable use policy. And you can click on each one and read them. And I suggest doing that. And then we continue and we have a brief understanding of how the security works. So basically, if you lose your password, you lose your files. Like my team will not be able to recover them. We can't read your files because they are encrypted. And that is from your master key, which requires your password to unwrap your master key just to encrypt and decrypt. So keep that in mind and save your password in a smart area. I'm going to do a little trick when we upload a file for this demo to show you what I do just in case I were to lose access to my account. And you can also check out, if you want to go do a deep dive into how our encryption works, we have a knowledge base off the landing page that you can read all about it. Now you have recovery codes. So since we can't do a password reset because your password's actually required to unwrap your master key, we can't do a forget your password email. So what we do is we generate 10 codes for you, and you can regenerate these from your settings at any time. But these codes are essentially just 10 more passwords that you can use. So it's a little safety. So if you do lose your password, you lose access, you can at least recover your files as long as you have these codes. So I suggest downloading these and putting them in a safe spot. So I'm going to hit download, hit allow, and that's going to go into our downloads folder. And then I'm going to say, yes, I've saved my recovery codes, continue. And now it says, welcome to KinSwitch. And we can just go ahead and go to the dashboard. And this is our dashboard. You see that we have 0 dead man switches set up. Our storage is empty. We don't have anything uploaded. But now let's upload our first document. And what I'm going to do is upload our recovery codes. And what I like to do is set up a dead man switch. So I'm uploading our recovery codes, and I'm going to call this KinSwitch recovery codes. Okay, I'm going to call this important, put a tag on there. You can also add a description if you want. And then I'm going to encrypt and upload. All right, so this is our first time uploading since we've signed in. Sometimes you'll have to enter this depending on session cookies and everything client side. So you may have to enter your password here. And this is unwrapping our master key, which is encrypted. And then you saw we just encrypted that file and then uploaded it. And then if we go over to our documents, you'll see that we have our encrypted recovery codes here. And if I click on them, we can also preview it. And we're automatically decrypting these when I press preview because it already has our encryption key, our master key, stored locally. So there we go. I can preview it. I can see the text file here, really cool. And let's go home now. And one thing we also want to do You're going to want to check your email, and right here, we can just hit confirm email address, and that will automatically confirm our email. So now our account is confirmed and we're good to go. And now that we have our document uploaded, we can create a dead man switch. And basically, you can look at this. It kind of explains the pros and cons and how we handle actually sharing encrypted files. And you can read all about that there. And now I'm going to create a switch, and I'm going to just call this kill switch recovery codes. So you can create so that you can share this with beneficiaries, so whoever you want, or you can just delete the file. You have two options with a dead man switch on KinSwitch, which is really cool. We can add a description. We can also do test mode, which test mode is, it does everything in a matter of minutes instead of days, so you can see how things work. And then we can hit next, and then our schedule. So my little trick here is, if I normally have my dead man switches at 30 days or 60 days, I want this one to trigger a little sooner. So if I happen to lose access to my account, I get my recovery codes before any dead man switches actually go off. So I'm going to put this at 14 days and 3 days, and then hit next. And then you can have a notification message here that goes out with your dead man switch, so your beneficiaries kind of understand what it is. I'm going to just leave the default one for now. And if we don't have any beneficiaries added to our account, we can just quick add. And I'm going to just email myself here. So we're going to do killswitch.app and just add this. And then it will ask you for a phone number, full name, and relationship. The only thing required is an email, but I recommend doing a phone number, because then the beneficiaries will receive a text when they receive your documents. So they'll be able to click on a link and get your documents straight from a text. You can throw a name on there and then also a relationship to you. And I'm just going to add my email for now for this demo and hit next. And then you select the documents that you want. You can search for them. Since we only have one, it's nice and easy to find. Hit next. And then you can just double check all your information here, and it looks good. So complete. And now you'll see that we have a dead man switch that's going to trigger in 13 days, 23 hours, and 59 minutes. Pretty cool. And then if we go back to our home screen, you'll see, so we'll always show the dead man switch that is going to be triggered first here. So whatever they may be, and then you can check in to all of them right here, check into them here, or go to manage or dead man switch on the sidebar, and you can individually check into individual dead man switches, which is pretty cool. So I'd say, in just under, 8 minutes, we set up an account and we created our first dead man switch. So